Hello.
Very good afternoon, everybody. My name is Pooja Gupta. I am from Nahar Organics, Guwahati. It is a company based of Guwahati, and you can say from the all over the northeast. We are in the sector of the spice and herbs and commodities since last more than 10 years. And we have invited from the agency of MOMA, and we are very grateful for that we get the chance to participate here. We are in this sector, like as I mentioned, last 10 years or more than 10 years. And we are recently have established our good place in organic sector also. And our main sector, like I can say the main place from where we are working is Meghalaya, Arunachal, Manipur, Tripura. And the main products, everybody, like we are under very good place of, like I can say, the farmers. We are having very good पकड़ जो बोलते हैं हम हिंदी में, बहुत अच्छी पकड़ है हमारे farmers के साथ में, and we are working very good with them, and that's all. Thank you.
Can you also highlight more on your demands?
Yeah, our demands is mainly the products, spices, which includes all kind of spices and haldi, ginger, cardamom, then many more products. I will share the details of the company with the farmers. They can contact us for any kind of spices and products.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. You can pass on the mic. I think it's
हेलो नमस्कार मेरा नाम रातुल चंद्र राय मैं आसाम से हूँ पहले मैं ये मोमा और हम लोग का एपेडा का जो हम लोग का सर है उन लोग को धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूँ एक्चुअली मैं जिंजर टर्मरिक एक्सपोर्ट करता हूँ बांग्लादेश में तो अभी पिछले साल मैंने अरुणाचल प्रदेश से लेके जिंजर को बांग्लादेश में सप्लाई दिया हूँ और ड्राई जिंजर गुजरात मध्य प्रदेश और बिहार में सप्लाई दिया हूँ तो मैं मिज़ोरम में आया हूँ कि मिज़ोरम का जिंजर का साइज़ बड़ा होता है इसलिए बहुत बांग्लादेश में डिमांड होता है छोटा जिंजर एक साइड में होता है और बड़ा जिंजर दूसरा साइड में तो इसलिए मैं ये जिंजर देखने के लिए लेने के लिए यहाँ पे आया हूँ बस यही बोलना है थैंक यू
हेलो मैं त्रिपुरा से आया हूँ मेरा नाम धनेश देवनाथ और मेरा कंपनी का नाम है आशा ट्रेड इंटरनेशनल यहाँ पे उपस्थित सभी का मेरा प्रणाम एक्चुअली मैं फ्रेश जिंजर का एक्सपोर्ट करता हूँ बांग्लादेश और ड्राई टर्मरिक रेड चिल्ली जो किंग साइज़ का होता है ये सब करता हूँ यहाँ पे आने का मतलब है मुझे यहाँ से बहुत सारा नॉलेज मिला है मैं यहाँ से परचेस कर सकता हूँ और एक्सपोर्ट के लिए रेडी हूँ अभी मेरा अभी चल रहा है अभी एक्सपोर्ट मेघालय से मैं कलेक्ट कर रहा हूँ देखा हो यहाँ पे आने पर मुझे बायर भी मतलब सैंपल भी देखा है मैच हुआ है शायद मैं कुछ ही दिन में यहाँ से भी एक्सपोर्ट शुरू करना चाहता हूँ थैंक यू वेरी मच
Thank you. I would also like to request our buyers to also mention the quantity when you mention your demands.
अभी तो मुझे रिक्वायरमेंट 20 MT का है मैं चाहूँगा यहाँ से फ़िलहाल FPU से बात भी हुआ अभी हाल ही में फ्यू आवर्स पहले अभी बाद में मीटिंग होने के बाद कन्फर्म होगा क्या होगा थैंक यू वेरी मच
Very good afternoon. Myself is Gautam Hazarika and I'm from Bornoy Organics Private Limited. I'm from Guwahati, Assam. We do mostly deal with rice and spice like turmeric, mustard oil, and also we are open to various other spices. I thank you MOMA and APEDA and Horticulture Department from Manipur for creating this platform to interact with each other and to know the products well. I'm happy to be here today and interacting with you. You must also know that I have sent Manipuri black rice to Dubai, and it has gone to one of the best mall in Dubai. It's Lulu hypermarket. So we are looking forward to send more, but then the exports duty is now levied on non-basmati rice. Some 30% duty is there, which the Indian government has to look into, because these are some exotic rice which are not consumed regularly as a normal regular rice in Assam, or I mean Northeast and these areas. So it can be exported. So these should be exempted from the export duty, so that we can, export this rice again frequently to these places. I'm open to turmeric and ginger and pineapple, and so that's why I'm here today. I have seen that, the black rice, we grow black rice in Assam, but Manipuri, I really appreciate the way people are doing the rice here, how they're handling the product and making it more presentable. So that is, and I think that there will be more, the rice will be, I think you are going one step ahead. So I'm looking forward to that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, good afternoon all. My name is Sonal Sahu and I'm from Sahuji Global Exim Private Limited. We are located in Assam. We deal in products with tea and spices. Mostly we have clients, foreign importers and exporters, and we are closely working with extraction companies. We have certain parameters for the products. If the parameters are met, we are looking forward to procure turmeric and ginger as of now, and also looking forward for black rice. Thank you so much.
Very good afternoon, everyone. My name is Rajeshwar. I'm co-founder and director of Konkan Herbs. So we are basically out of Odisha and working in Central East India and states of Odisha, Jharkhand and West Bengal. And thanks to MOMA and the PMU team of EY, we got an opportunity to get into Manipur a couple of months back and sign an agreement with MOMA for procurement of fresh ginger and also the value addition part of it. And we are looking forward to get into more contract farming of medicinal and aromatic plants with different FPOs. And one of the agreements that will be coming up will be with the Mizoram FPC on Sugandh Mantri crop. And so that's our forte. We are procuring ginger, plan to procure ginger to a tune of 2,000 metric tons in fresh and also dried form. And also different aromatic essential oils and crops which we plan to grow with the FPOs. So, thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mallikarjun. I am from Harvest Depot Agri Ventures, Bangalore. We are primarily into B2B organic foods processing and trading. And since last year, we started trading and processing in the ginger, fresh ginger. And that's when we reached out to, we were primarily doing in the south. And we know there is a tremendous potential in the northeast region. That's when I reached out to PMU team, and they've been very instrumental and helpful in helping us with the connecting with the FPOs and different processors here. So that's the primary reason we are here in looking forward for the FPOs and processors who can fulfill our requirement. Currently, we have about over 300 metric tons of fresh ginger in organic and over 200 metric tons of dried ginger slices. And again in turmeric also, in fresh turmeric we have about 500 metric tons, and in dried ginger slice, dried turmeric we have about over 100 metric tons of requirement. This is the first set of pipeline, and once the fulfillment happens, probably we can increase the quantities eventually. And lastly, I want to congratulate and thank the Department of Manipur, Department of Horticulture, Manipur, PMU team, MOMA and APEDA, everybody for organizing this event. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. I am Anupam Borua from Miha Trading Solution, based out of Guwahati. Basically, we are into the export business of fresh vegetables, and we also do process the exotic fruits and vegetables of Northeast and make pickles out of it. So we have a huge requirement for bamboo shoot. We have our set parameters. We used to take bamboo shoot from Meghalaya, Manipur, Arunachal, then West Garo Hills, all these places for last 2-3 years. And this year also we have a target to fulfill around 100 metric ton. So if the FPOs or the farmer group are ready to associate with us, please contact us. We will set the parameters how to do processing and all. We will reimburse the expenses of packaging as well as transportation. We need active and huge number of farmers who can do the processing, primary processing, and supply to us. We have a standing requirement of 100 metric ton at present. Other than that, we also do purchase fresh ginger and dry ginger if at all it is possible, because this year the ginger prices has gone up and dry ginger is a scarcity. So standing 10 metric ton dry ginger requirement is still open to us. If any FPCs having the stock and they want to associate with us, then please contact us. Our contact number is 9085 0085 and 25. It's very easy to remember. 9085 0085 and 25. Thank you.
Thank you. That was a short introduction of our buyers who have traveled not just from the northeast states, but from states like Orissa and also cities like Bangalore. Thank you for the short introduction. We have the interaction between buyers as well as sellers, but before we open the floor for questions, we would also like to call upon a few buyers who is present among the audience to kindly come up on stage and share a few words. Firstly, may we call upon Madam Shubhra Hanjabam of Myra Foods. Sorry, sellers. We will invite a few sellers and ask them to share a few notes about their about the products that they have, and then we will open the floor for questions to all the FPCs and FPOs.
Good afternoon, everyone, and good afternoon to all the buyers and official and my dear friends and the farmers. This is a great opportunity for all of us that we have the product and we have already ready buyers in front of us. It's only that the relationship which we have to develop between you and us is very important. As a seller, before we start production, I think it is a high time for us that we decide the quantity as well as the quality. That what quality you are looking for and how much quantity you are also looking for, so that we can focus on the production line. As the Myra Foods, which is a 19 years old company now, we have been working from the very basic of pickles and candies from last 19 years, but we have also jumped into the canning line as well as more of the drying of herbs and the spices. On the line of canning, we are doing canning of pineapple as well as bamboo shoot, and recently we have started doing canning of perkia, that is tree beans, which is a high demand in Southeast Asian countries. And in bamboo shoots also we have, one is the plain, which is not fresh caned bamboo, and the fermented one, as well as dried bamboo shoot, which is the fermented and dried, and a pickle of bamboo shoot. And as in the pineapple line, we have cane pineapple with us, and 3 different sizes, A1 tall, A2.5 and A10 sizes, and in ring as well as the pieces, both. And of course, the brine or the bricks can be set according to the demands of the country. Some countries are asking for 15%, some are asking for 20, 25, 30. So it depends on that which country is asking for how much and how much quantity you are ready to take. And as you know that we have 2 varieties of pineapple. One is the summer variety, which is a queen, which is much sweeter, small in size, and availability is also very less. But the color-wise, the taste-wise, that is better. So I have more demand of the queen one. So it's a request to my farmers that in the coming future, I think we should focus more on the queen variety of pineapple to grow, because that is in high demand in the country. And another the product which we make out of pineapple is the candy, which is a sweetened form, and direct dry, that is also one. We tried of the powdered form, but the quality is not coming out, so we are stopping for a time being, but the next year or after a year, we may restart again of that powdered pineapple. And we also started doing the making of jam of pineapple, and also the juice of pineapple. That is, and in the spice sector, this year, last year, we have done a lot on the king chili, which is the availability of king chili is huge here. And I'm so happy with my farmers that they really have started growing in huge quantity, so we can meet the demand of yours. Fresh is definitely a very difficult part to export, but we can give you in dried form or in paste form, or even in the sauce form. Of course, the pickle is one of my highest selling products, so you can even try with my Myra pickle, which is again on very high demand. That is one. And others, you can also explore that what else we can really dig out of Manipur, because Manipur has many more things to offer you. And if you really go deeper, you'll find more and more product from here. Thank you very much for coming here.
Thank you. That was Madam Shubhra Kangjeibung of Myra Foods. May we now call upon Mr. Shine, CEO of Chahao Poraiton FPC Manipur. May we call upon Mr. Shine, CEO of Chahao Poraiton FPC Manipur.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Shine Marchand, and the name of our company is Chahao Poraiton Organic Producer Company Limited, and I'm the CEO of the company. Mostly what we deal is with the black rice, as everyone knows. And I have some friend of mine here who are dealing with me for the last 3 to 4 years. And this year we have sent around like 60 metric ton of black rice to Bhopal and Guwahati. And now the availability of our black rice right now with us around 500 metric ton is available as of now. So any buyers like who are looking for the black rice, they can contact us. And that's the only thing I just want to know. Like now I'm dealing only with the black rice, so I'll be shortened with the speech. Thank you very much for your time, everyone. Goodbye.
Thank you, Mr. Shine. May we now call upon Mr. Prahlad of Bokagad FPC Assam. Mr. Prahlad. Following Mr. Prahlad's speech, we will open the floor for questions and for interaction. So, requesting all sellers to kindly be prepared for any points or questions that you may have.
Namaskar. Good afternoon, everybody. I am Prahlad here. I am here to represent all the FPCs, 20 FPCs of Assam, who is found and promoted under the scheme MOMA NER. There are 20 FPCs, out of which 10 are completely organic on the 6th year and 10 are in the C1 stage. Most of the FPCs are producing ginger and turmeric. Apart from that, we have black rice, red rice in rice sector, Hon'ble rice, also called magic rice. All of you know about the magic rice. And another interesting product, we have the pineapple. the sweetest pineapple in Asia. It is based in Lakhipur, Kachar and Boko. Another thing, now we are growing sugarcane and cocoa, the new product in MOBCD near Assam. So if you any buyer interested to buy the ginger, turmeric, black rice, red rice, organic jaggery, cocoa powder, and Assam lemon and banana, especially the Malbhog banana, which is available in Amlikhat Banana Producer Company near to Guwahati. So if anyone interested to buy organic products from our FPCs, they can contact to the Directorate of Horticulture and Food Processing Assam, and we are really looking forward to great collaboration with all of you. Thank you.
We thank Mr. Prahlad for the short speech. Ladies and gentlemen, the floor is now open for questions and discussion. We have our buyers on the stage. May we request all our sellers to kindly raise your hands so that we know how many sellers and who are present here. Kindly raise your hands, sellers.
FPCs.
And FPCs. Okay, we have quite a few. We have the microphone circling around. Mr. Donald here has one of the mic. If any of you have any questions, kindly raise your hands and Mr. Donald will come to you. And among our buyers, if there is anything that you have missed to mention earlier, you can kindly do so now.
Hello, this is Ashish. I am from a CBBO. This is ISEP. We are promoting 4 FPUs here and 2 FPUs under the aegis of NAFED, that is under 10,000 CSS scheme. They are basically in honey and then also have the bag lice. And these 4 organic FPUs, they are basically dealing the primary product of that means pineapple. To the person you are looking after these fruits. So what kind of scope we have in pineapples? Because the season is coming up next month, so kindly.
Regarding pineapples, there is a huge demand outside. Only thing is the transportation. We have to work on specifically the time of harvesting, how much time is required on transport. Depending on that, we have to set the parameters after consulting with the buyer, end users. So on that basis, if we do the proper way of harvesting and the proper packaging, because in transit, it should not get wasted. So these are the 2 prime factors which we have to take care of. Once everything is in streamline, then we have to work on very war footing zone, because every minute, every second is important in terms of export. Because when we do export of fresh vegetables, the 80 to 70% is cost involved on transportation, air freight. So in that circumstance, the product become very, very critical, the product quality. If we do not take care of our products, then the tune of waste is huge. And see, we are sitting at the very far part of the state, or you can see the country. So the bottleneck on transportation is the biggest challenge. Still, there is a lot of scopes where government is also supporting us in terms of subsidies and all. But end result is the freshness of the product, which has to reach the ultimate end users. Like if we do export something to Dubai, so you see the transportation. It is within 48 hours or within 36 hours. If it doesn't reach to that particular destination point, then there is a huge loss. And to ensure the quality, we need to take care of the quality to the ultimate. Because maybe if you think shortcut, for example, when we go to the market, we think the best of the best thing we should buy for our kids, our family, right? We don't compromise on quality. So a person who is sitting far behind our country border area, how can we ensure the payment? Depending on quality only. If we are compromising on quality, then the payment will be delayed. Everything goes for in toss. And in terms of fresh, what we have learned is the frequency. You cannot make money in one transaction. If we maintain the quality, if we maintain the supply, then we can do multiple transactions repeatedly because there is a customer. But in that circumstance, we failed. Sending one consignment doesn't the end of the story. It should be a starting of a journey. So at the first consignment also even if we get bad in quality, so definitely buyer will not come again. So especially in pineapple, the transport damage is huge. So in packaging, we need to take care of, and there are set guidelines country to country that we have to take care of. Then only I think it will be better to go for export. Otherwise in domestic area also, domestic market also, we have a huge demand. We can sell here in Guwahati and we can sell in Siliguri. No need to go for export if we cannot compromise, if we need to compromise on quality.
Thank you very much.
Sir, I have a question to you, sir. My name is Takhelandam Sanajawar Singh. I am running a food processing industries at Thailand Industrial Estate, not too big, small unit. Right now, just you have mentioned that you are procuring ginger and bamboo shoot. What types of ginger you are going to buy? Suppose you are going to buy ginger powder or ginger dry flakes or as a raw. So last time I have some ginger flakes, dry ginger flakes. Still I have in stock also. If you want to see, I have sold here. The sample is also there. Let us discuss in the evening. So I have enough stock of that ginger flakes also. Then regarding the bamboo shoot, can you buy bamboo shoot, salted bamboo shoot, fresh, or what types of bamboo shoot you are going to buy? Thank you.
The bamboo shoot basically we want in a cleaned, skin should be cleaned. There should not be base hard portion. There should not be any leafy top portion. We want only the middle portion. So
that in what form, sir?
In cut form, ring form.
Ring form, we should.
It is in fresh form. It is not fermented.
But we have to add some salt.
Salt,
Yeah.
yes.
Then can you do it?
Yes. We will set process. We will, if you are interested, you just associated with us. Yes, we will guide you. We need active people who can supply in tons.
Yeah, right,
we take 10 tons at a time, maybe per week in season.
Let the bamboo shoot season comes, then we will give you, sir. Then here we have abundantly available of bamboo shoot, and the process is also very simple. Basically, sir, I am a food technologist, sir, so yes. I can do it very easily, sir.
Yeah, it is more. You are most welcome. Thank you.
Sir.
Thank you. Any more questions? Any more notes?
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Marcus. I'll be speaking on behalf of Manipur Agro and on behalf of those FPCs under Manipur Agro in respect of sellers and on behalf of farmers. When it comes to buying and selling, it's between buyers and under MOMA, it's FPC and service provider as well. So during this time, after an experience of 2-3 years, when buyers come to ask about products and their demands, we usually come face to face with some kind of products for lab test or sample production. And after coming with some kind of agreement and sorting out with the actual rate, the present rates, some buyers are reluctantly not in a position to pay even advance money that the farmer really needs. But some buyers are very good in paying the advance money that the farmers are hoping for. At this gap, if we happen to lose even 2-3 days, the price rise up. And we miss the cheap prices. But when the price comes up, the same quality is brought with higher prices. There is also a loss for the buyers. So related to this, buyers and sellers need to have a good point of view, giving us the appropriate time that price can rise, inflation can be there. This is the hard time that farmers are facing. They want to sell. We need to know that in the hills, in our area, farmers usually would like to sell their products during January and February because that is the actual period that they want money mostly for admissions and for yearly products that they are going to manage the family and farms and everything else. So if we happen to lose that period, the farm product goes higher and buyers are losing a lot of money in buying with higher prices again. So buyers should be very careful about this. I'm helping buyers as a FPC and as well as farmers so that they can sell their products in time so that the products might not be getting spoiled. This is a very short span of time that selling and buying had faced after a whole experience. Thank you.
Any of our buyers have any comments to that?
Marcus, I assume you are asking for the assurance in quality and quantity and the price, right?
Yeah, when we come up with an agreement, we have to inform our farmers that we'll be needing that and much tons or kgs or any amount of quantity so that they could get prepared. Because we have to move from villages to villages collecting the products.
Okay. For this kind of system to work, Marcus, you need to engage directly with the buyers. What happens is, now probably you'll be selling with the local traders and agents. There the price is driven by the markets. Nobody can control those. It's a demand and supply market, right? So nobody can control that. But if you engage at a deeper level, like for example, if you can aggregate the farmers in your village or in your FPC and say this is the quantity available and in return you'll have to do some better value addition, like for example some sorting grading or some secondary processing, right? This can fetch you a better prices and the steady prices also, and you can get into a contract. So otherwise you will have to be at the mercy of the traders and the agents itself. So you cannot be really demanding the price in that situation.
What our problem is, we would like to give our buyers our own products, not to local traders. That is what our choices is. But when we cannot come with an agreement to our buyers, the local traders are taking advantages of the farmers' products.
Correct. That is precisely the reason the Department of Horticulture, MOMA and the PMU team, everybody is here to help you form an FPC if there is not, right? And then directly work with the buyers. So that will help you as against working against the individual. Like FPCs have a tremendous potential to aggregate the commodity, right? When you have a quantity, and you can always demand a better price, and you can, when volumes will give you a better prices also. Like if for example, if individual farmer is selling 3 tons or 4 tons, and if you aggregate against the 10 or 15 farmers who can give it 50 tons, together you can bargain a better price. So that collective work has to be done.
Selling is not varying according to our aspects, because some farmers would like to sell their product as soon as possible. And some farmers would like to keep holding, waiting for the inflations. So in between this time, if we are very careful about it, local traders might not be involving so that buyers can come to us, FPCs and service provider, or either to MOMA, so that we can contact our farmers, and in a short span of time there we can make use of the actual needs with low prices that they are willing to pay us. There will be a benefit for the buyers and also for us too.
Sure.
Okay. Any more questions from our sellers or FPCs, representatives of FPCs and FPOs? Please go ahead.
Yeah, I am Ramkung from Tamenglong, the westernmost district of Manipur. We are facing some problem. Farmers in our district, we have transportation problem. So I just wanted to know if our buyers would be interested to come to Tamenglong and buy our products. We produce primarily turmeric, ginger, king chili, and we have oranges also, and banana also. So our problem is mostly transportation problem. So we have a lot of bamboo also, and because of this transportation problem, we could not explore this bamboo shoot business also. So if there is any way out from the buyer's side, we would be very glad to supply these produces. We used to get help from MOMA and state government also. But apart from that, if our buyers could do something on this, it will be very helpful for us. Thank you.
I'd just like to add on this. Regarding Northeast, it is all the interior places are far-flung areas. So in this case, we need someone who take that owners to accumulate in a particular position. It's a common loading point. For example, if the loading point is Imphal, from Imphal we can arrange a vehicle, but we cannot go beyond maybe to some exact point of aggregation. So that thing has to be done locally, because when we take the material in large quantities, there is accessibility issues. The large vehicle may not be go to a very far-flung areas. So that small quantities, maybe 3 ton at a time, it can be transported, and a common loading point has to be created in a mainline town where from the buyer can accumulate. This is the local issues, we have to address it locally. So buyers hardly, I think, had any role in play in this regard.
May we also take this moment to introduce one more buyer that we have missed to call out before. Mr. Dhritiman Deka, Director of Nutrigo Natura Agrotech Private Limited. If you are present, can you kindly come up on stage? We would like to felicitate you. Also requesting Mr. Mishra and Mr. Yadav to kindly come up on stage and felicitate our buyer. Thank you. Unfortunately, seats are limited on stage. However, requesting Mr. Dhritiman Deka before you go down, requesting Mr. Dhritiman Deka to kindly introduce yourself, your industry, as well as your demands.
Hello. Hello, everyone. Our company name is Nutrigo Natura Agrotech Private Limited. We are a Guwahati-based company. And we mostly deal in your spices, mostly ginger, turmeric. Then apart from them, cinnamon is there, which we procure from Manipur in small quantities. We are not in a very large quantity. We are taking in small quantities. So anyone that are dealing in the spices, they can contact me regarding that. Thank you.
Thank you. Any of our sellers have, who are dealing with spices, if you have any questions, kindly raise your hands so that Mr. Donald or Mr. Mukund will come to you with the mic. Okay, if there are no further questions, we will wrap up the interaction session between the buyers and sellers. We will, however, have one more session later in the program, but this will be unofficial and this will create a more friendly space for our buyers as well as our sellers to interact. We have a panel discussion following the interaction. But before that, we also would like to announce that there is a signing of MOUs, 2 MOUs. And the 2 MOUs will be signed between, firstly, for procurement of turmeric between MOMA and Harvest Depot. Requesting representatives of Harvest Depot, Mr. Mallikarjun, and representative of MOMA, Shri K. Devdatta, Additional Director, to kindly come up on stage for the signing of MOUs. Ladies and gentlemen, the first MOU being signed today is for the procurement of turmeric between Harvest Depot, represented by Mr. Mallikarjun, and Manipur Organic Mission Agency, represented by Shri K. Devdatta, Additional Director and Project Director of MOMA.
Witness, isn't it?
यहाँ पे भी विटनेस है, ये विटनेस है। अच्छा अच्छा, मैकफूड के लिए ठीक है।
This MacFood will sign. I will sign again.
This was recap for the process part. This is for the fresh one. ठीक है, so
Requesting representatives of both parties to kindly come forward for a photo session. Congratulations to both parties, Harvest Depot and Manipur Organic Mission Agency, for the successful signing of MOU for procurement of turmeric. Thank you. The next MOU to be signed today is on contract farming for medicinal and aromatic plants. The 2 parties who will be signing the MOUs are Konkuwan Herbs, represented by Mr. Rajeshwar Dhavla, and Tuichangral FPC of Mizoram, represented by Mr. Ferod, who is the CEO. Requesting both parties to kindly come up on stage. Mr. Ferod, CEO of Tuichangral FPC Mizoram, kindly come up on stage. We have Mr. Rajeshwar Dhavala of Konkuan Herbs. We also have Mr. Sanjay Agrawal of Clover Organics, who is serving as the felicitator for the MOUs.
Hello, I'm Sanjay Agarwal. So I just want to quickly say that, I belong to a company called Clover Organic. We have inquiries for about 200 metric tons of pineapple. We are helping many FPCs, so if any FPCs have pineapples to sell, connect with our produce selling manager. He's sitting right there, Rahul Semwa, just get up. Yeah. And his mobile number I'm announcing, you can get in touch with him also. 7302 444 991. I'm repeating. 7302 444 991. Rahul Semwal. So you can get in touch with him for pineapples. And we have large quantities of ginger in Farzal district also. Many FPCs, so anybody is interested for fresh ginger, please get in touch with us. Thank you.
Thank you. With that, ladies and gentlemen, we close the interaction session between the buyers and the sellers. We thank our buyers on stage for your time. We're requesting you to kindly be seated in the front row of the audience. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a slight change in the program. Before the panel discussion, we will have the informal session of buyers and sellers. So we will be arranging the tables accordingly. We will have buyers, we will also have sellers for specific producers, and we will open the floor for interaction. This will be an informal interaction between buyers as well as sellers. Please take this opportunity to know more about the buyers as well as to, this is a special request to all our sellers. Please take this opportunity to talk about your producers, to talk about the types of producers and the amount of producers to our buyers, and requesting our buyers also to kindly take this opportunity to know more about our sellers, the kind of producers and the quantity of producers they can produce. Thank you. The floor is open for discussion as well as for interaction. Thank you.
Hello, good evening. Just one second. So I'll be happy to introduce myself. My name is Chinmay. We are from the PMU team. So we are very glad to announce that we have also completed another agreement for procurement of 100 metric ton of pineapples from Tripura between one FPC, Laithar FPC from Tripura and Suri Agro Fresh in Delhi. We'll also be happy to announce that there is another agreement in Assam for 10 metric ton of Bacopa. So we'll be glad if we can call both the players, Nahar Organics and Amlighat, Apurba from Amlighat, to sign the agreement.
Ladies and gentlemen, may we once again announce the third MOU to be signed today. This is an MOU on contract farming of Brahmese herd. The two parties who will be signing the MOUs are Amlighat FPC of Assam and Nahar Organics. Requesting both parties to kindly come up on stage, Mr. Apurva Bhagawati of Amlighat FPC Assam and Ms. Jasmine Gogoi of Nahar Organics. Kindly come up on stage. big congratulations to both parties, Amlighar FPC Assam and Nahar Organics, for the successful signing of MOU on contract farming of Brahmese herb. Our sellers are currently being seated around the hall with tags of the names of producers available with them, requesting our buyers to kindly take a round of the hall so that they may know more about the sellers present today.
evening, everyone. Thank you all for being here. We'll not waste much time. We'll start off with the session. We have a very esteemed list of panelists today on the panel discussion, and we are trying to cover all aspects of the value chain to discuss various issues that are key to ensuring that the farmers earn more money. So, first of all, I'd invite on stage Dr. Meghchandra, Principal Scientist, ICAR, Manipur. Requesting you to come on stage, please, sir. Then we have Dr. Netha Chandra, Professor, College of Agriculture, CAU, Imphal. Then we have Mr. Yaikhomba from, he's the founder of Agri Solutions. Mr. Puine Chandra, he's the company secretary. And finally, Mr. Rajeshwar Dawla, founder of Kangjeibung Herbs. So if you look at the panelists, in the profile of the panelists, we see they specialize in various sectors of the value chain. From scientists who are seed scientists to scientists who are working on agronomy to players in the value chain, as well as players who are in the digital and e-commerce ecosystem, as well as we have a company secretary who would help us ensure that the FPOs are working together as a business unit. Right? So, first of all, we start off with Dr. Meghchandra to understand what work he's doing as part of ICR and how quality seeds play an important role in ensuring the end product is market worthy.
Thank you. Good afternoon. All the respected dignitaries and participants from different fronts of including farmers, progressive farmers, companies, FPOs, FPCs. In fact, ICR Manipur Center, we have been trying for developing the organic package of practices in many commodities, including the black rice, then most of the horticultural crops, spices like ginger, turmeric, as well as fruits like kiwi, pineapple. So some of them we have published the package of practices also, and it is being followed. In fact, some improvement and change due to the dynamic pest and disease problems, it is required to be updated along with the research. And as a seed, everybody knows organic needs the organic seed. And it is a very controversial still, because even in the developed countries also, still the organic seed is not abundantly or timely available as and when required for the particular crop. And so this is a question mark, particularly in crops like vegetables, where most of the seeds have to be treated. Otherwise, the seeds certification does not allow again certification. So that way, ICR Research Complex Manipur Center has initiated one experiment on the organic seed production. That's of course we are doing on black rice and maize, and it has become an all India coordinated project in different centers, including other centers like Bangalore, South, then in North, other centers, and Assam also is included, like that. So we need a lot of continuous effort in making organic, so that we have to avoid the chemicals, not only fertilizer, insects and pests also, which is a very big challenging with the global warming and changing climate. So these are the issues, and as the the Shri Devdatta Sharmaji was already, we are in contact, and we have been helping in any front, including extension, technical support, and discussions, as well as meetings for the decision making in many issues pertaining to organic. These are a brief role, and we are of course helping in training the farmers, and hand to hand, this lab to land, as well as in field transferring. And luckily we have 5 KVKs. 4 are in the hills, where we are trying for organic cultivation in most of the crops. And now, of course, we are again trying for natural farming concept also. So that way we are moving ahead, and we will be supporting the MOMA, who is playing a very big game changer in the front of organic production, so that the farmers get higher income out of the produce what they are producing, maybe through export. Only challenge what we have been facing is the certification. So we have been suggesting, instead of going for the high cost of certification, if the government take initiative, some of the agencies like seed certification under the Agriculture Department or Horticulture Department, or a separate autonomous body, if it can be established so that the service is made available at a cheaper rate to the farmers, it will be very great help in making organic again more successful. With these few words, I thank for giving me this chance to the organizers. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Megchandra. Now I invite Dr. Navachandra, Professor, College of Agriculture, Central Agriculture University, to shed light on the work done by Central Agriculture University in the organic value chain.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and others who are gathering here in this hall. So to say, regarding the organic in Manipur, just now also my colleague Dr. I. Megachandra from ICR Manipur Center has told almost all, because all the time my colleague Dr. I. Megachandra, myself, and David Sharma from the MOMA, we are always going hand in hand. Whatever some points arise by Devadatta, always we are trying to solve it. But from the College of Agriculture, Central Agriculture University side, now some works on organic has started, relating to organic. So to say, if I want to tell something also. Now you say it is not the time of the past. Now what to say, people of Manipur has started awareness of the organic products also. Suppose if somebody of you went to the market, Ima market or something like that in Kwarman Bazaar, almost all the vegetable vendors, now they are always trying to say that this is the organic product, not the conventional one. That what is started, it indicates that now organic awareness has started in the state of Manipur also. So to shorten up, regarding the works initiated in the College of Agriculture, Central Agriculture University, Imphal, now regarding the package of practices also, some have started and developed also. Particularly, say, for the package of practices for organic production of ginger and turmeric, now we are ready already. It is developed also in the college. Likewise, for some other organically important crops also started in the line, going to be, what to say, finished also. Say, in association with the production of, what to say, organic products, some inputs, so to say, we have started developing most of the biopesticides which are needed in the organic production. We have started part also, we have already developed some protocols and others like vermicompost and some composting techniques are already we have developed and started production of this unit also. Likewise, even though we have, what to say, like in infant stage in the organic venture, we have started. Now, some others are also in the pipeline. We are, I think, it is slowly developing also. This is the little works we have started in the College of Agriculture, CAU also. I think in the near future, more, what to say, products and the protocols we can develop. That is what we can assure also. Thank you, with this little space for my side.
Thank you, Dr. Nabachandra. Now I come to Mr. Rajeshwar Dhavala. He is the founder and CEO of Kangjeibung Herbs. So I request him to first of all tell a bit about his company, what work you have done outside Manipur, what you were trying to achieve in Manipur, some of the challenges that you have faced, and ways we can overcome those. Please.
Thank you. So I'm from Kangjeibung Herbs. As I already shared, we started out of Odisha and working in Central East India mostly with tribal, small and marginal farmers across medicinal aromatic plants and spices in specific of ginger and turmeric, whole dried acid. So before getting into Manipur, we have been working with around 4 FPOs in these 3 states with close to 2,000 farmers on all these crops. And Manipur was an opportunity for us in terms of its practices where the farmers are growing things organically and naturally in a conventional way. And also given the potential of the land and the farmer potential of increasing the productivity is also there. And it's a rising state in terms of that, in terms of business for us. And also for to help the farmers grow along with us. So that was one of the aims why we found Manipur to be a good working ground and think of establishing our team in future here as well. So we ventured into Manipur around a couple of months back, and as with new places challenges do come, we wanted to process ginger here this year itself with the FPOs and also through our own facility. Unfortunately, things didn't materialize because this year was an exceptional year for ginger, and so the FPOs also had their hands tied but not able to provide the quantity that we were looking for. So, and this is not something new that we face. So we have had that experience in the past, because the problem that we find is with the FPOs is that in many of these commodity produce, at least they're competing with the traders, and it's very hard to compete with the traders because they have had a long journey and they have been there since ages, right? So, and the second issue is with the working capital thing. So the FPOs don't have the working capital, they can't buy the produce on the farmers in advance, which the other players are doing. So these were the challenges which we found is very had to be resolved through certain convergences with the department or something. And as a buyer, the problems that we face is one on the consistency part of in terms of the quality and also in terms of the volume of supply that we are looking for. So when it comes to volumes in terms of bulk trade that we want, so often companies like us, especially in the northeastern region, face challenges of the produce volume not coming in the stipulated time that we want, right? So for example, we went to also Fazol and then wanted 20 metric ton of ginger at one go, but it wasn't possible because the aggregation doesn't happen at the FPO level. So it's like a trader has n number of agents in the villages who procure every day 10 bags, 20 bags, and then they make a truckload of it in 10 days or 20 days, which is not the pace which at the outer world market works. So that was one of the challenges, and it's again not a stagnant price, not a stable price. The prices keep on fluctuating, so you have to decide, sitting outside someone, it's very impossible to work. So the FPOs and of course we would like to help them with these issues. We would want to aid them at the grassroots level to sort out these issues, to be able to not compete as I would say with the traders, but to generate their own businesses where the idea of the FPO actually is a success in that way. And we understand there are issues where the farmers are also wanting higher prices and compared to what the market prices are. So those things, especially with the context of Manipur, I think we need to get into value addition, we need to get into crops diversification where we don't compete with crops which are already grown in the rest of the country. So like turmeric here and turmeric for Karnataka, the price difference is very high. So it's sometimes not possible to compete and the farmer is at a loss eventually. So we also need to explore options of diversification of crops where something native crops or native horticulture, like the horticulture department is already focusing on each district with a singular product. So I think that is a good way to go, and many other crops can be we can also aid into contract cultivation of getting into crops which can only be grown here and are not being grown outside. So I think that would be a win-win situation for all of us here. So, thank you.
Thank you, Rajesh. Now I request Shri P to tell us how the compliances, first of all, compliances play a very important role in ensuring the FPO is able to work as a business unit.
Good morning, everyone. Yeah, my name is Yumlemam Puinachandra Singh, a practicing company secretary based in Imphal. I already held to register more than 200 entrepreneurs in Manipur, and after registration of the companies or LLPs, ROC compliances are very important. If the company doesn't do these compliances, so there will be a punishable offense or fine, or it will be difficult to run the company. So there is a various compliances of the companies, those who are registered under the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, like after registration of the companies, either private limited or public limited or producer company, from the date of incorporation, within 180 days, we have to file the form called as INC-20A. This is the form for the declaration of commencement of business. Without filing this form, the company cannot start the business or cannot exercise any borrowing power by the directors. So, first of all, after registration of the companies, we have to file this form INC-20A within 180 days. After 180 days, the company does not file, then ROC have the power to strike off the company. So, and after this, the director, the person who having the DIN, as on 31st March of the every year, he has to file the DIN KYC before 30th September to subsequent years. This is also very much important. Without filing this DIN KYC, the ROC has the power to deactivate the DIN. So, if the DIN is deactivated, we cannot file any form to the ROC. For this activation of the DIN, we have to pay 5,000 rupees fine to government. After paying this amount and filing of this KYC form, the DIN will be activated again and we can file any form to the ROC. This is also very important. This KYC has to be filed before 30 September of the subsequent year. Then there is also another form, MSME1. This is the form for those who are having any vendor payment exceeding 45 days. So we have to report in MSME 1. This is the two-time form. One, we have to file on and before 30th April, and another one 30th October. And another one, DPT3, this has to be very much important to file by all the companies, either public, private, or producer company. The due date of this DPT3 is 30th June. Again, we have to file another two forms also, like AOC4, that is the financial statement. We have to attach with this form. This has to be filed within 30 days from the date of the AGM. Most of the companies, AGM due date is the 30th September. So we have to file this form on or before 29 October. If the company failed to file this form on or before 29 October, from the next day, the form will be charged like 100 rupees per day, up to the date of the filing. Then okay. For those farmer producer company, after incorporation, first AGM due date is within 90 days. We have to sit for the AGM. Then from the subsequent years, AGM due date is the 30th September. So during a year, at least one general meeting should be there for the farmer producer company or producer company. Then there will be 4 board meetings every quarter. That is one board meeting and another board meeting. Difference should not be more than 120 days. This is also very much important to comply by the farmer producer company. Otherwise, it will be get penalty also. So better to follow the Companies Act by all the APCs or companies. So these are the important compliance director and company also will get a lot of difficulties in future. So we should follow the compliances or as per the company's. Thank you.
Thank you, Punichandra. So one of the most important aspects of compliances is that it creates transparency. So when all the farmers, all the shareholders of a farmer producer company come together and the directors present what the progress has been of the FPC as a business unit, that builds trust among the members of the farmer producer company. That allows the members, the shareholders to invest further, and also assures them that their investment is in right hands and it is going to earn them more profits. So once this is done, you'll see a lot of support from their members. If not, apart from the withering away of the members, you will also face a lot of challenges in terms of non-compliances. There are penalties which are posted on the directors. So it's the responsibility of the directors to ensure that these compliances are met and they are able to function as a business unit. Now, I also want to request, there is one more key individual here, Mr. Soumyadipta Roy. He's the CEO of Gemini Foods and Beverages. I request him to kindly come on stage. And in the meanwhile, I'll request Mr. Yakhomba. He is the founder of Hon'ble Solutions. They are working on ONDC platform. They are developing an application and they have onboarded 10 farmer producer companies from Manipur. It's a revolutionary platform that is going live and it is being tested, I think, in south of India as of now. And it has the potential to transform the entire e-commerce ecosystem the same way that UPI did for the financial transactions. Initially, we used to carry a lot of cash and used to have a lot of transactions on cash. Now with UPI, you are able to do any sort of transaction just with your mobile phones. And the same is going to happen with ONDC, I hope. And to explain that in detail, I request Mr. Yakhomba to take over.
Very good afternoon, everyone. I'm Yakhomba. I'm the founder for a So we are based here, and we have been working on a digital commerce platform. And as one of the initiatives from our side, I think what we have been actively engaging with the open network for digital commerce and have been working on it. And in fact, I think we have started onboarding 10 farmer producer companies from Manipur, and we expect to be live on the ONDC network at least in the first week of May. So just to explain about what ONDC is all about. So I think today when we talk about digital commerce or e-commerce, I think all of us have been used to buying, from certain platforms. There are a lot of e-commerce platforms that all of us are aware of today. Just to mention a couple of names like Amazon, Flipkart, you may probably be buying from Big Basket, or you may probably be buying from, Nykaa or Myntra. All these are e-commerce platforms, right? And from a agriculture and farmer perspective, to be part of this revolution or to be part of e-commerce is a very much important market linkage today. Now with ONDC, and by the way, ONDC is an initiative which is started by under DPIT, under the center, it's a central government initiative. And the beauty about ONDC is a completely open network. And when we talk about open network, what it really means is earlier, let's take an example about, if we have a farmer producer company, and if you want to sell your product online, right, and target customers which are outside your state or pan India, what you have to do is you have to either set up your own website, or register on any of the existing platforms, right? But the challenge with that is, if you are registered on if you are trying to sell on an e-commerce platform which is existing, there are certain commissions that you have to pay to the platform, right? And these commissions today are pretty, exorbitant, pretty high. That's one thing. Second thing is you have to agree to the terms and conditions as mandated by these e-commerce platforms. That means you are, even though you are having your own business, you are trying to sell to your customers, you are still not selling under your terms and conditions, right? And if you have to give discounts, you have to give discounts, even if that means you are at loss. That's one thing. So to overcome that, what DPIT has done is, with ONDC, you are at freedom to sell under your own terms and conditions. And the other piece is how ONDC works today is, there is a concept of, where, let's say today, there are a lot of users who use WhatsApp, right? There are a lot of users who are using a lot of banking apps. Like, for example, you might be today using apps from HDFC for your mobile banking, or Axis Bank or ICICI Bank. You may be using that. Then also you might be using, like apps like Paytm, PhonePe, a lot of these apps you use today. Now with ONDC, you just have to list as a seller, you just have to list on ONDC once, and then all your products will become visible on all these platforms, right? So a buyer who is using a Paytm will be able to buy from you, even though you are not listed on a Paytm. A buyer who is using PhonePe, or a buyer who is using an HDFC Bank app will be able to buy from you without you having to list on Paytm or go to HDFC Bank. So it really opens up your buyer universe. Means you have more consumers who will be exposed to your product and can order from you. Right, so that's how it works. And the basic fundamental of ONDC is that we really want to bring down the commissions that you as a seller are selling out. That's a huge help, because it really helps to boost your bottom line and increase your margins. And then the third part about e-commerce is logistics, right? A lot of when you are shipping, if you are doing your own business, or through your own website, you have to take care of your own shipping. Whether you tie up with a logistic partner or a courier, you have to do all that stuff. But with ONDC, what's happening is all those will be taken, is part of the platform, right? That means a buyer will tomorrow order maybe black rice using a PhonePe or a Paytm from a part of the country, say Bangalore. You will get the order, and then once you say the order is ready, a delivery person or a logistic company will automatically come to your place, pick it up, and deliver to your customer, which is a huge win, because the amount of money that you have to invest in setting up the whole value chain of e-commerce has really come down, right? So ONDC is a revolutionary platform, which we truly believe that every FPC, every farmer producer company should try to be on board, get on board. And yeah, it's a new thing, Mukunda, which I believe will really have a lot of FPCs. Yeah, thanks.
Thank you. Yeah. And finally, I'll request Mr. Soumidipta Roy to please introduce himself, as well as tell us about his venture.
Hi, this is Soumidipta Roy. I'm one of the founder of Gemini Foods and Beverages. So we've been exporting bhut jolokia and cardamom, turmeric, ginger from last 6 to 7 years. I've been taking a lot of chilies from here actually. Last year we took around 10 to 15 tons of king chili from Manipur. So one of my partners who I work very closely with is Myra Foods. And we've been doing a good job working in this area. Now, like one of the sir who was telling here, that the FPCs and FPOs, they really work, they find it difficult with the working capital. See, the government comes up and gives the machines and said ki aap machines le jao, but at the end paisa kahan se hai? The business happens up with money. right? So I really want the government to look behind how setting up a FPC with all the rules and regulations is all good, but how to run them in the future prospect is much more important to look in. Because what I see in Northeast, most of the FPCs are going to get closed if they are not run properly. Going to, been to Nasik at one time, and we have seen Shayadri farms. It's one of the big FPCs. And it's a beautiful management they have in running that. And they're very lucky to be in a logistically, privileged area where we are here completely landlocked. So, in a way, I would request actually the government agents to work ahead to see how, the FPCs and the FPOs can work and manage their products, because whenever we call the FPCs or FPOs, with the product they are dealing with, most of the times they are empty. And the CEO or the person who is supposed to be the point of contact, he says, we'll get back to you, and he never gets back to us. So there are a lot of things which needs to be worked out in this. Forming a FPC, getting the numbers under the papers really does not work, but we really need to work on those things if we really want to go ahead and take Northeast ahead of everything, of the course.
Thank you, Mr. Somadipta. So I just wanted to highlight also to you that there are some good FPOs that are working really well. I would love to introduce you to them so that we can explore partnerships. And we also welcome industry to actually work with them closely. What we have seen for the past 2-3 years, we've been trying asking the industry to come to the Northeast, work with them, work with the FPOs, but a lot of them were hesitant. But recently we've seen a very encouraging change that the buyers are willing to come to Northeast, work with the FPOs for an extended period of time, handhold them, build capacity, show how it is done, and then ensure sustainability of the FPOs. That is something we really look forward to, and I would love to engage with you on this aspect and see how we can work on them together. With that, I request Shri Dr. K. Devdatta sir to kindly come on stage to felicitate the panelists. I thank all the panelists for taking out the time and sharing their insights with all of us.
Yeah, I want to add one point regarding FPC. Actually, last time when there was a convention at Sikkim, there also the issue of FPCs, FPOs was raised. And I feel that these are more of experimental rather than a success. Because it is just, involving so many people and who are not knowing what is company, what is organization, it will take time. And we have to find out a way. And the government should also have a relaxation how to make it. It involves social science, it involves not only your business. I feel so. This is what we feel, even in Northeast, still a lot of problems we are facing here also. And many of the FPCs are not getting the equity grants. So this is what is in the real scenario. So we have to seriously think how to make more relaxation and make it perfect. Thank you.
support of you.
With that, I thank you all for coming. Thank you. Thank you all. I think this is the end of the session, today's session. I request Dr. Devdatta sir to kindly come on stage for a final concluding remarks. I request Dr. A.K. Yadav to kindly come on stage for the concluding remarks.
So good evening, a very small audience. First, before I put up my concluding remarks, my appreciation and thanks to the Manipur Organic Mission Agency, my special thanks to the government of Manipur for organizing such a wonderful program at just on a very request from our side on a very short notice. And I'm really happy to see the way the program has been organized, managed, and how the participants have been invited in a good number. We had lot of buyers also, we had lot of FPO interactions also. I think what is needed is we need to be more proactive. Instead of bringing the buyers for a petty purchases or a one-time or two-time purchases, now the time has come we bring the buyers for long-term hand-holding and the contract with the FPOs. Because MOVCD has given an institutional mechanism where farmers are aggregated and they have collectivization capacities. So I think we have to think in that way, that instead we always think, okay, I'll buy 20 ton, I'll buy 100 ton, I'll buy 5 ton. We should invite the agencies, companies, those who are willing to enter into the long-term agreement, because initial work of aggregating the farmers, putting them in under the institutional network, and also making them organic with a certified system. That part has been done. Now they can handhold, and I think if this association works, then the problem of certification continuance will also not be there. Industry will certainly extend their help. Now, yes, some of the colleagues said about the logistics problem. Yes, they are there. But now, the problem which we were facing 10 years ago, or not there 5 years ago, and what were there 5 years ago are not there today. We have to realize, northeastern state cannot be compared with Maharashtra, what logistics facilities are there. We have our own limitations, we have our own situations. So we have to come up with those ones. But there is another advantage which Maharashtra does not have. We have a special place in geographical situations. We can sell a story which Madhya Pradesh and Maharashtra cannot sell. So we have to harvest such type of advantages and then put up ourselves to the world. I think these are some of the issues which we will be carrying forward. MOECD has really taken shape. My vision, my dream at that time was that let us try to create the value chain. I was not very sure whether value chain will actually be coming up. We had very long experiences with the FPOs working also, where FPOs are created and nothing comes out after that. But fortunately under MOECD, FPOs are here, they are working, they are continuing. At least 6-7 years they have gone very well. And another thing is that value chain, which was one of the major issues, is now taking shape. And the time will come, we have just started the journey. And I hope if we all join hands together, put our brains, put our might, put our intelligence, we can carry forward much more effectively. And you know, the way we are going ahead, time is not far. Northeast will be a really commercial hub for organic farming. We have seen lot of problems into the mainland. All those problems are not existent here. So we can position ourselves in a much better way. And the day when we are able to position ourselves in that way, our logistics problem will become redundant. So thank you very much, everybody. Thank you to the Government of Manipur, Chief Minister, Agriculture Minister, Additional Chief Secretary, Secretary Agriculture, Director Horticulture, Agriculture, and last but not the least, lot of appreciation and thanks to Dr. Devlar for leading the team from the front. Thank you very much.
We thank Dr. A.K. Yadav, Advisor to the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, for the concluding remark. Ladies and gentlemen, with that, we wrap up today's, the Agri Horti Expo for today. However, please be reminded that the Expo will continue for the next 2 days, and we have stalls, exhibition stalls set up in the next hall. Different FPCs, different sellers have already set up their stall and is currently displaying their products. We would like to once again request our buyers to kindly visit the halls, to visit the exhibition stall, to get to know our sellers more. And we hope that this platform will yield fruitful results. Thank you and enjoy the rest of the day, and see you again tomorrow.